Good day, Crime Talk aficionados. It is Saturday, April 16th, 2022. What does Saturday mean? That's right. All located in one convenient location, a weekly recap of the week's biggest stories in one spot. You are welcome. Enjoy it. We'll see you next time. Lori Noreen Vallow, a.k.a. Lori Noreen Vallow Daybell, has been found competent. Now, it's been, 6, 7, 8 months that she has been at the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare trying to be restored to competency. Well, there was that hearing last week. Guess what? Judge Boyce says in his order dated April 11th that Ms. Vallow Daybell is restored to competency and is fit to proceed. And it says that the defendant shall be brought before this court to be arraigned, and that the order staying this case is hereby lifted, and that the defendant, Lori Vallow, is being transported from the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare and sent back to and remanded to the custody of the Fremont County Sheriff. All right, so Lori Vallow's little vacation is over. Now, what does that really mean? Well, first, it means we're going to have an arraignment on April 19th. We'll see if her attorney may ask to extend that, because she's basically been restored to competency. It's a competency miracle that he may want time to confer with her, see if she truly understands what's going on. Because remember, competency can be raised at any time throughout the proceedings. If Lori Vallow was restored to competency, and I'm not a doctor, I'm just guessing because this is what I've seen in the past. Drugs. Lots and lots of drugs, okay? That's more than likely what restored her to competency to now be able to assist in her defense, okay? If she stops taking those medications, we may be right back where we are. It'll be interesting to see. Like I said, nobody stays at the state hospital that long if somebody was in fact malingering. I've said this before, the professionals can weed that out. That's why I was very skeptical of the fact that I thought that Lori Vallow would in fact be restored to competency. We will have to wait and see. I assure you, the 19th, we will all be watching to see how Lori Vallow looks, to see if she has aged, maybe to see if those roots have all grown out now and she is a brunette. We will have to wait and see. But it means the case can start moving forward. Remember, now that she's going to be arraigned, there is 6 months from the date that she says not guilty for the state to get her to trial. Well, the court has already made rulings saying, that's not enough time for the defense to prepare, hence the reason the matter is now set into January of 2023. I don't think that she will demand to go within the 6 months. The attorneys will more than likely need the time to prepare. But that's what happens when your co-conspirators are charged. One ruling affects kind of everybody. So assuming they can keep Lori Vallow competent, assuming she doesn't take some sort of a guilty plea, then looks like she's going to trial with Chad Daybell, her husband, her beau, in January of 2023. I can't wait. Let's hope the Judge Boyce puts his hammer down and says these dates for motions and filing deadlines are solid. There's going to be definite dates for hearings to take place. And if people aren't proceed, guess what? It's not going forward. Okay? It's going to get interesting. We'll obviously talk about it more tomorrow, and definitely when we go live at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for our live show After Dark, 6 p.m. Mountain Time every Tuesday night. Like many Americans, we got a dog during the pandemic. My quarantine dog, Miss Winnie the Bulldog. Now, Miss Winnie has grown accustomed to being around us all the time. When we were leaving the house, Winnie would have extreme anxiety, so we decided to look for natural products to help with her anxiety. We looked for the highest quality CBD treats, and we were not satisfied, and neither was Winnie. So we created a high-quality CBD product that absorbs faster and provides the required results faster. Baked in Colorado CBD treats and beverage enhancers are made with nanotechnology. The nanotechnology makes the CBD extraction more pure, also allows for Baked in Colorado products to work faster. Baked in Colorado products can help reduce your pet's anxiety, ease joint pain, and help with your dog's skin problems. Go to our online store and see what Baked in Colorado product is best for your dog. When you order at bakedincolorado.com, enter code WINNIE and receive 15% off your first order. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If your dog does not experience the desired results in 30 days, return the product and we will refund your money. No questions asked. Another politician has been arrested. For what, you may ask? I know the first thing that comes to your mind is, well, it's probably some sort of sex thing, right? Because a lot of politicians seem to get in trouble for sex issues. Or money. That's right. Well, guess what? The brand new lieutenant governor for the state of New York, a guy by the name of Brian Benjamin, surrendered to authorities early this morning to face fraud-related charges in connection with his previous political campaign. Now, Mr. Benjamin, who's 45, was arrested on several charges, including bribery in connection with his alleged participation in a scheme to obtain campaign contributions in exchange for securing a state grant. Wow. You mean politicians sometimes who are supposed to be there to help their citizens sometimes expect something in exchange for that help? Oh, and I thought they were just, well, good-hearted people who just wanted to serve the community. As we have stated in the past, ain't nothing legal till the government gets their cut. Well, apparently nothing gets done by politicians until they get their cut too. Now, obviously, we'll give the lieutenant governor the presumption of innocence, but, the feds moved in on him. That's right. The U.S. Southern District of New York is expected to hold a press conference later today regarding his arrest, Mr. Benjamin's arrest, and he's expected to appear in court later this afternoon. This is kind of developing, but hey, it's never good when one of the politicians for one of the biggest and most populated states gets arrested. I mean, it could completely blow your trust in government, couldn't it? There's a hearing for April 19th as it relates to Lori Vallow. We know she's been restored to competency, and she is going to be in court. She is going to be there live in person. How do we know that? Well, we called the clerk to confirm it. Anyway, what is going to be taking place? Well, there's supposed to be an arraignment as it relates to Lori Vallow, and the judge will say, all right, not guilty, plea accepted. Move forward. Oh, you have a trial date next January. Everybody, let's go. Hopefully the court will also put in several hard motion dates and deadlines so that this case doesn't get delayed any further. There's also a hearing as it relates to the motion to reconsider by the prosecution as it relates to the whole expense of holding the trial up in Ada County, Idaho, versus just selecting a jury in Ada County, Idaho, and then shipping the jury back down to Madison County for the trial. And both sides have stipulated they are going to call at least two witnesses, the clerk of the court there, Abby Mace, and Ada County Lieutenant Travis Ruby, more than likely to talk about how inconvenient this is going to be and how expensive it's going to be. It's a death penalty case. You can't go cheap when you're trying to achieve justice in a case like this. So I know it's hard. It's expensive. Nobody likes spending the money. But guess what? If they, being the government, goes cheap in some way, guarantee you, if there's a conviction, appellate counsel will hammer away saying you're violating their due process rights and their right to a fair trial. Just go do it in Ada County. It's been done. Judge Boyce, I hope you don't waffle on this one. Let's get it done. First, more Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell Matters. Now, the one thing that's been real nice so far in the whole Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell proceedings is that we've been able to watch it live via the court's YouTube channel. But that apparently is coming to an end. So Judge Boyce has approved a media request to record upcoming hearings for the Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow matter, but the outlets will not be allowed to stream the proceedings live. Now, Judge Boyce issued some orders regarding courtroom conduct for the upcoming hearings in Lori and Chad's case for Tuesday. Now, both hearings are in person at the Fremont County courthouse. Now, the judge authorized a video camera operator and a still photographer to take pictures and record the hearings if they are released after the proceedings are over, but the media is not allowed to broadcast them live. Boy, that's disappointing. The public can attend the hearing as long as seats are available, but attendees must comply with the court's orders. Now, we'll see if we're going to get there. Bags will be checked at the courthouse, cell phones must remain off the entire time, and seats cannot be reserved, and any behavior that is considered disruptive will simply not be tolerated. The hearing starts at 9 a.m. On Monday, and the arraignment for Lori is scheduled for 1:30 p.m. That's where she will more than likely enter a plea of not guilty, and the case is off. Now, the hearing at 9 a.m. is the hearing regarding the change of venue. Now, the prosecution filed a motion to continue that hearing because they said, hey, we want Lori Vallow's attorney to participate, and they're just getting up to speed, and basically we should continue it so everybody can think about it. And my first thought was, boy, I sure hope the judge denies that motion. And guess what? He did. I like Judge Boyce. He had a moment, I think, where he is saying, we're moving this case forward. Let's go. So that hearing will be at 9 a.m., and that will have witnesses regarding the cost and inconvenience to the counties to hold the trial in Ada County versus only selecting the jury in Ada County and inconveniencing those jurors back in Fremont and Madison County to reside there and be sequestered. I don't know what the judge is going to do, but money shouldn't be the factor. Some other interesting news is that the attorney that's currently assigned to Lori Vallow's case, Mr. Archibald, has requested that another death penalty qualified attorney be admitted to practice on the case. The attorney's name is a guy by the name of John Thomas, and apparently he's agreed to assist in the case as co-counsel. And according to Mr. Archibald, he is qualified by the Idaho Public Defense Commission to serve as co-counsel in capital cases. He should be paid the amount of $125 per hour by Fremont County, as Fremont County has insurance through the Capital Crimes Defense Fund. And due to his employment with the Bonneville County, he may be required to share or split his fee or make some other arrangement with Bonneville County. So it's unclear if he is still a public defender or was a public defender or somehow still employed by the county. But either way, Mr. Archibald is asking for co-counsel. That is reasonable. That is completely appropriate given a case of this size. Normally, there are at least 2 trial counsels and an appellate counsel assigned to any death penalty case. So they're getting up to speed, but they better get moving right along. And hopefully it doesn't result in any more delays. Maybe Mr. Archibald should have done that months ago, at least anticipating that his client was going to be deemed competent or not. Anyway, things are ruling again. Can't wait to see what happens next week.